question I wanted to ask you is that, we're seeing a lot of like remakes and biopics and biopics. I know you talked about on Vlad about the Salt and Pepper, I guess, biopic or biopic. I
Mhm.
was wondering, is there a chance in the near future we can see a Kid and Play biopic? People keep saying I want a House Party remake or more sequels. There's like 6 sequels, but I want to see a Kid and Play biopic, like how y'all came together and then where you are now. Is that possibly in the mix?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? There have been discussions about that.
Hmm.
I do think that uh, during the course of it last year, I think the pandemic, um, kind of threw a wrench in a lot of people's production schedules. So a lot of things, discussions and moving towards certain projects, kind of, the brakes had to be put on them. So, but I mean, I'm encouraged. I mean, I thought the Salt and Pepper movie was really really good.
Yeah.
So I think in light of that, those talks kind of get re-energized. So
Mm,
to answer your question, I think it's entirely possible, and I think when you see movies like with the success of the Salt and Pepper movie, I think it makes it even more of a possibility because we're so closely associated with them
mm.
that people kind of feel like, oh, that's the next natural step. Like, what about Kid and Play? So yeah, we'd love to continue talking about it and then hopefully move towards something this year. At least get it
Awesome.
popping.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely would love to see. I would love to see the two forces come together. Because I mean, if like when I saw House Party, that was my first introduction to Kid and Play.
Hmm.
I just thought that you guys were brothers. And then as I got older and started doing my research, obviously you guys are two guys, come from somewhat similar backgrounds, and then y'all started doing music. And I wanted to ask, like, how different, like, I guess the better question is like Kid and Play is portrayed in a certain way in House Party. Like obviously you're the studious, and in Play it's like the ladies man.
Right.
How accurate is that in real life?
Well, I would say this. At the time we did the movie, and, and
Mhm,
and particularly as we were growing up. I mean, Play
mhm,
and I grew up together. So,
mhm,
when we were young, preteens and young teenagers,
mhm,
that was kind of the vibe. I went to this specialized high school for math and science.
mhm,
So I was kind of a nerd,
mhm,
and Play was definitely more of a man about town. He knew how to run the streets a little bit.
mhm,
Always down to kick it to the ladies. So
mhm,
particularly at those particular times, yeah, we were kind of like that,
mhm,
especially growing up.
mhm.
I think those things have vastly changed now. Like, no one's got the energy to be chasing young chasing women around like that. But
Yeah.
at that time when we were young, yeah, yeah, that had a lot of our aspects of our personality in not just in a lot of the movies that we did, or a lot of the television projects we did.
Yeah, yeah, because like it's like the persona somewhat still the same somewhat, but I mean now like you guys have definitely evolved as people. So it's cool to see now what you guys are like now, and you guys are still close, still making music, still
Hmm.
touring. So I think that is amazing.